Good evening. Christopher Long here. Going to be talking about General Grenville Dodge, the chief engineer of the Union Pacific Railroad, the railroad that completed the eastern portion of the Transcontinental Railroad. Dodge was very influential in that work. Dodge was born in 1831, really with the advent of the railroads in North America. He was born in Massachusetts. At the age of 14, he actually goes to work for a railroad and as a surveyor's assistant. So from a very young age, even before his formal education, he was being taught how to survey railroads, how to lay them out, how to build them, really. He goes to Norwich University in 1848, and when he goes to Norwich, railroads are the talk of the college. Everyone had railroad fever. After graduation, he goes to Illinois, works for first the Illinois Central Railroad, then goes to work for the Rock Island Railroad. Now, Illinois was part of the old Northwest, and he could see from his position the potential for railroads to extend to the West, to extend all the way to the Pacific Ocean. He was able to explore the Platte River Valley, which goes from the the western slope of Iowa all the way to the Rockies. And he believed this would be a fantastic route for a transcontinental railroad. When the Civil War breaks out, he is appointed first a colonel, then a general. He's wounded at the Battle of Pea Ridge in Missouri, recovers, but then is assigned to the Western Army under General Ulysses S. Grant. And there he is assigned to build and repair railroads. Now, Grant commanded what is called the Western Theater of Operations, which essentially was from the Appalachian Mountains to the Mississippi River. So this is a vast territory. And just like it would be in the East, railroad transportation was vital to the operation of the armies. So Dodge is put to work building railroads, repairing railroads. Confederate forces were always trying to destroy railroads to disrupt Union operations, building bridges, things of that nature. So he learns to conduct railroad operations on a vast scale. After the American Civil War, well, let me go back a little bit. In 1863, early 1863, he's brought to Washington to speak to Lincoln. He had advocated arming slaves, and he thought he was in trouble for that. But no, Lincoln wanted to talk about a railroad. Want to talk about moving the railroad to the Pacific Ocean, a transcontinental railroad, and asked Dodge what he thought the route should be, what the terminus should be in the East. And Dodge suggested the Omaha area near Council Bluffs, Iowa. Now, he did have property there, and when the route was decided upon, he wired his family invest in this railroad. And after the war, he goes to work as chief engineer for the Union Pacific. He was an advocate of government subsidies to do the work. He believed in private enterprise, but knew a project of this scale could not be done without the direct support of the United States government. And he was in a position to get that support. He very much was a leader. If something needed to be surveyed and there was not a surveyor or engineer to do that, he would go out himself and take care of it. So really, Danborn talks about it was the railroad decided where cities would be in the West, and Dodge was the architect of the railroad. Many of the cities along the Transcontinental Railroad, larger ones like Cheyenne, Wyoming, owe their existence to Grenville Dodge. It is estimated that throughout his entire career, he dies in 1960, but throughout his entire career, he surveyed over 60,000 miles of potential railroad. In the 10-year period of 1870s, he laid about 9,000. So when we talk about the growth of the railroads, the expansion of the West, GrenvilleDodge is a central figure to all of that. Thank you.